You want, it's got suction cups right here on each side, so you could take it down whenever you want. But I prefer to have mine permanently mounted, and if you do too, then you're going to want to tuck the wires. If you just want to stick it on and take it off, that's fine. I mean, it's up to you. I prefer everything in my car to be really nice and neat. I like everything to be tucked away and hidden, so it looks very professional. Anyway, the first step is you're going to have your long cord, which is going to hang out. I'm not going to go step by step. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown. Go ahead and mount it where you want it. I put mine in this lower corner here, and my windshield curves this way, as most windshields do. So when I'm pulling up, it'll really be facing the passenger so they can see it. Then you're going to take your wire, and basically I took a flathead screwdriver, which of course now I can't find, but I'll use a Phillips just to give you an example. There's a lot of room here to mess with, and this wire is really thin. So I just open this up. See how it opens up? There's a gap right here. I just push the wire in and very carefully run the screwdriver down, which opens up this gap and allows the wire to fall underneath this. It doesn't actually require removing this trim panel because there's an O-crap handle here, and there are two bolts underneath, and I didn't want to have to go through the trouble of removing those. Then I lift this up, and I hid the transformer underneath, and then proceeded to run the wire with the screwdriver, of course. As you can see, with the screwdriver, you can push and see how I get a gap here. Very careful, you don't want to cut the wiring. Be very careful not to touch the wiring, but just open up this gap so that the wire will fall underneath it like this, okay? And with that being done, the wire now runs behind here. I probably couldn't find it now if I wanted to. There it is. It goes behind here, okay? And it runs down, and of course you got to remove your gasket, but you can, and when you're done, you'll put the gasket back on, and all of this will be covered up again. Remove the part of the kick panel here, and then I run it under the glove box. Okay, here's the glove box. Underneath, there are wires, factory wire harnesses. Let's see if I can get under here. It's going to be low light, so I really don't know how this is going to work. Okay, I do apologize. The focus is not going to be the best, but I run that wire above the factory harnesses so that you don't actually have to mount it to anything. You use the factory harness to keep the wire tucked away. And then we move over here because you've obviously got to get it to your power distribution center, which my power distribution center is over here. Once I bolt all this back in, I've got all of this completely taken off at the moment to tuck the wires, but I will, I'll make sure that this wire right here is tucked back in real nice before I bolt it all together. So anyway, you take your wire and you tuck it under here, and then it runs all the way over here to where the power distribution center is. Okay, I had to restart the video because people started mowing and crap all around me. Okay, anyway, back to the power distribution center. Also, you'll notice I got this at Walmart. Okay, this is a great little power outlet deal. Plugs right into your cigarette lighter, right here. But also, I didn't want my wires hanging out or being stuffed in here. So what I did is I routed the wire for the distribution center behind it. And also, if you're going to stick it, these sticky things work great, but you need to use alcohol. Okay? Get you some alcohol and a rag. Here comes that dang lawnmower again. Get you some alcohol on this rag, and then wipe down the surface underneath that you're going to be sticking your power distribution center to. Let it dry real good, and then stick it on, and usually once you clean it with alcohol and stick this on, it'll be there forever until you rip it off. But anyway, I routed the wire for the distribution center itself behind it, and then above, and then I tucked it underneath right here so that it gives it a really nice clean look. I mean, it's not perfect, you still have a little wire right here, but the majority of the wiring is nice and hidden, and customers aren't going to see it. I'm really aggravated with all of this lawn work going on over here. But anyway, that's about all of it. Then obviously when you're done, you just put everything back where it came from, put all of your trim back together, and it'll look like nothing was ever done. Same thing with my GPS. I'm in the middle of installing my, or tucking my GPS wiring right now, so this is how it's going to look. That's why I've got this all torn apart, but I've got the wiring run behind it so that it's nice and clean. And again, I took off the gasket, and I've got the wire run just like the Uber light down behind everything. Comes down here, and then when I put the kick panel back on, you know, it'll cover it up, and the gasket will cover everything. I've got the factory wiring harness here. Probably can't really see it, but I've got the wire for the GPS running through the factory harnesses to keep it out of the way. And then for now, because my cord wasn't long enough, I've got it hanging out here, which I will go to Walmart here in just a little bit, and I will get an extension, and I will be able to run it the rest of the way over and have it run straight to the distribution center over here. But anyway, guys, I'm going to cut this video off. This isn't a step-by-step how-to. This is just giving you an idea. If I have to walk you through like every step of taking every piece off to do it, then you should probably leave it to a professional. Most of it is self-explanatory. You know, just do the best that you can. If you're not comfortable with it, most audio places like that does car stereos, car speakers, they'll tuck wires for you. It's probably not that expensive. So, you know, if it's something you feel comfortable doing, go for it. And keep an eye out for the video later, because I am going to do one once this is all put back together, showing you guys what this Uber Indiglo blue light looks like. I wish there's some way you could see it right now, but you're just not going to be able to. As always, like, comment, subscribe, be safe out there, and Uber on.